The inspiration I was asking about is there like a beard that you were kind of chasing after, as far as like somebody who's in the beard growing world?
What do you mean, like my after beard?
Yeah, what is
the Rick Ross.
Yeah. Rick Ross.
Ross, that's easy. Yeah, I want that Ross.
I knew the answer. I just wanted you to say.
Yeah, I gotta have that Rick Ross.
So, Mr. Levant, we're taking off the beard today.
Well, for the most part. So here's my thoughts, and this is where you gotta help me. I'm thinking about doing, like we talked before, I kind of want a more full, I want that bottom neck kind of beard. I don't know if I can get that, but however, the shelf I have, I never liked it. Yeah, been my deal. So my thing is almost something like what you have.
Okay.
But where the problem is, I already know what you're going to tell me, pretty much. If I'm going to do some neck stuff, then it's kind of lower. You start lower, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like yours is kind of cut up. But I think if you're going to want to get some of that, you probably got to come down, which I don't know if that defeats.
What are we doing for, as far as like how much you want to fade it in? How you feeling about the mustache? It looks like you keep it pretty tidy.
Yeah, pretty tight. I think it's fine. I mean, you can clean it up with some. I don't think we need to go more. Anytime I ever kind of bring this down, my skin doesn't appreciate it very much.
Do you do razor at all on any of the corners? Yeah.
Yeah, I do a razor here sometimes.
But you just don't dig into it. You don't dig into it.
Well, when I do, I've done it.
Yeah.
And then my skin's like, hey, what is that?
I know. I'm a very sensitive guy too. So I use clipper, and then just the very top I can use.
Really? I've tried it all. I've done a little razor here and there, and here, I mean, whatever. I like to still have some, keep it. Like I said, almost like, I think
if we're gonna do that, then like I said, we're gonna keep the neck.
And to be honest with you, if I thought my skin was any good underneath there, I'd do something. But I know I've had some tribulations.
No, I think this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be fun to see the progress. So we're gonna take you down to that neck beard, which will never happen. Like in all of our videos, we're always taking the neck beard away, but we're gonna start from there. And then we'll just follow you on your journey. I know that you're a handsome, cool, fucking stylish guy, and it'll be fun to see what that progress looks like. Yeah,
I'm good either way.
Absolutely, let's do it. So first, we'll just soften up the beard a little bit. It feels really nice already for a gray beard and a curly beard like yours. Yeah. I know you've been using our products like crazy, so it feels really good. It feels really soft.
What's that, sea salt?
These are just water with a little bit of hair tonic in it, just to soften up the beard. So I want to tease out some of this thickness and these curls, so we have a good canvas to work with. I wouldn't blow dry this out and stretch it out loud and then trim it. I want to see what it looks like as natural as possible, since that's what we're going for, growing it up in here. So we'll start with the obvious. We'll hit the cheek lines. Clean up the edges real quick, and then we'll lay it back so we can see what we're working with under here. As I combed it out, you can see that it's you've got some bulk down there.
I just feel like I have a frost front, and I just get tired of it.
Is there any beard inspiration that you were going after? Like, what was
not really. I mean, like I said, what you have is almost, that's pretty much it. Just a kind of a closer, a closer look. But yet still like a refresh, like you said.
Word. But the inspiration I was asking about is there like a beard that you were kind of chasing after, as far as like somebody who's in the beard growing world?
What do you mean, like my after beard?
Yeah.
The Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Ross, that's easy. Yeah, I want that Ross.
I knew the answer. I just wanted you to say.
Yeah, I gotta have that Rick Ross.
I'm just using the heel of the clipper to place up against Levant's skin right here, just so I can have a guide, since I don't have a guard on right here. I'm just watching the hair go into the teeth of the clipper. We clean up this section right here. Then we're gonna dig into this, and then we'll connect all the dots. He already has a low starting point where this beard goes, so I'm trying to be real careful to not lower it any further. Make it disappear.
Yeah, it grows every day. So it's easy. I probably hit it this morning. I did in the shower, and I was shaving my head. I'll come down a little bit because it just grows like quick.
And just throw your head back on your road. Is that comfy?
Sure.
Make sure that we get all this teased out. So my goal is to take away as little of this bulk, this neck bulk down as possible. His beard, the length differences were pretty drastic, so he wants to grow it all in one big unit, and that's why typically we would just chop all this down. Whatever the front is, that's where our guide is, and we're gonna dig right into it, and if it's in the way, we're cutting through it. But since Levon wants to grow this out and make sure that this has always been a problem area for him, so he wants to really focus on growing as much of this out as possible. And this beard, you saw that it was pretty brushed out and straight, and this wasn't. So we wanted to all be one cohesive beard instead of essentially two sections of beard. So we're just resetting it, and the goal is to make the beard shorter, but only as much as this allows us, so that we have a good starting point without sacrificing all the growth that's already taken place. And what I'm looking for is like I said, this is still. Any other day, I would chop this down, but since I want this to be the hero, I'm gonna tuck it away. We're gonna just kind of get some of these guys that come straight out of the neckline, but we're gonna really be careful to leave a lot of this bulk here. So this is the guide that I'm aiming for, and I'm trying to skip as much of this as possible. So just shaping this front of the beard a little bit more rounded, bringing down the length without taking all of it away. That's what I'm looking at. And since we still want to keep a handsome shape, now I'm looking at it from a profile, and that's where I'm trying to adjust the side of the beard to be short without sacrificing that bulk that he's already grown. Combing out to see where that bulk is, I'm going to tuck it just in ever so slightly, and then just try to trim out the most obvious guys without killing all that growth. Like I said, if you start from scratch, it's probably like a good 2 inches. That's 4 months of growth when you think about it. That's a ton of effort. And if we were just to say like, let's really reset it, just chop it all down, you're taking yourself back tons of time that you won't get and get in return. So just talking it out, coming with get a better game plan. So typically I would comb these hairs down to put in this neckline, but today we're doing something a little different. So trying to maintain as much of that bulk as possible. So I'm combing it up into the beard to reveal where that natural hairline can be, and then digging it away after the fact. Go ahead, sit up for me, bud. Yeah, guys will ask me like, hey man, I'm growing this beard out. When's the next time I gotta come and see you. And depending on the length of the beard, that really pushes the date out. So if they've got a really long beard, I will tell them, hey man, come and see me in a month to 6 weeks. Let that thing grow out, because a half an inch of growth is not going to look that crazy on a big old beard. Yeah. But once again, shorter a beard, typically the more maintenance you got to do to keep it in those lines. What I'd like to do next is lay him back, get that beard softened up a little bit, get a razor to the lines, and then do one last little trim to make sure everything's as tight as possible. And those are nice shoes. So Levon was talking about having sensitive skin, so I'm gonna put a razor to his neck, but we're gonna try to do as much prep work as possible. That way the skin is a little bit more relaxed, and the hair's a little softer, so we don't have to be as aggressive with the razor blade. So we get nice warm shave lather, hot towel.
You know, I start doing that on my head. You know, I shave on my head almost every day. So I start coming behind it and just putting some, I just let the shaving cream sit there after I shave.
Exactly.
And it helps out tremendously.
Yeah, there's a reason why barbers have been using this stuff for so long. It serves multiple purposes. It's gonna soften the skin up, warmth, lather. It exfoliates a bit. It's gonna soften up the follicles of hair, the strands of hair. And the other thing is, when you get a nice foamy lather, it helps prop the hair up off of the skin. So as the razor hits it, you're not so worried about dragging that blade against the skin. Yeah, you're just hitting the hair right away, and that's gonna make for a much cleaner and less irritating shave.
And then afterwards, you normally what do you normally put on there like after the shave?
We typically put some sort of astringent, so it's gonna tighten up the pores. It's gonna have typically
astringent.
Yes, it's gonna tighten up the pores. It's aftershave. It's the old school stuff that the bay rums and those classic musks. But what they do is they tighten up the pores. They tighten up the skin. So
I thought it was just to make it smell good.
That is absolutely part of it. Absolutely, I'm hoping that Beardbrand can come up with one of our own.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But it's also going to kill off any buggies as I touch your skin with the razor. The other thing that's going to help make for a more enjoyable shave is making sure that you stretch the skin. Sometimes if the blade's a little dull and you're not stretching that skin, the hair will get tugged on as opposed to cut right away, and that's going to, once again, cause for a little bit more irritation, unnecessary irritation. Going with the grain straight up to that line. Once we establish all the perimeters, we'll go up against the grain just a little higher on the cheek, where it's a tad bit tougher. So I'm looking for is just the hair pattern, the growth pattern, to make sure I don't go against it right away. Right here where I want to draw the line, I'll be a little more aggressive and just go against the grain. But once again, sensitive skin, you wanna go with the grain. I honestly felt like I saw I did feel a certain area where there's a lot of trees and everything. So maybe go back to I probably I'm not necessarily like, oh, I gotta take that down. So in other beard trims, you might see me using that brush to tease out some of the curls, put a little more tension on the strands. straighten out the beard essentially, but since I want to see it in this most natural state, I wanted to just give it a quick rough dry, get some of the moisture off, expose some of those extra long stragglers, and we'll just give them a light trim real quick. Well, once again, just having an idea of what the issue is, where the end goal is, you can formulate a plan to attack. And like I said, any other day we would do a lot of the things differently on this beard trim. But a lot of people, just like I said, see those super crazy transformations where you're just digging out as much beard as possible, really trying to just make it look sharp. But there's so many other beards that we do not on camera where it's about finessing areas that are a little weaker than others, stronger than because everyone's beard's got so much variation in it. Some people don't grow anything in the middle, so you got to do certain things to help with that. Sometimes their cheeks are really weak, so you come up with a different plan for those. And like I said, a lot of the haircuts that you see, the beard trims, are always these crazy, beautiful transformations, and that's just not the majority of our work sometimes. But like I said, I thought this one was fun because, like I said, if we were to yank this out, look at how much longer that is, you know? But with curly beards, it had so much length. You just have to grow, you have to put so much more effort into the growing to get that result. And I think this is a really good direction, a really good game plan. So our old money utility balm, got that old school formulation, so you know it's gonna be good. Boom, gone, ready to go.